Yo. Mhm, mm, 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 mm. Yo. Oh, shit, this shit low like that. Yeah. I hope all y'all boys doing good, man. So today we starting something a little different. Like I said, we will be trying to do some reaction content. Not really my forte, but you know, it's the first time for everything. Also starting my new live channel, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully everything goes smooth. But I got a couple of videos that I do want to react to that I think is relevant to me. Um, so that's what we're finna do, and then we'll play a little bit more Mortal Shell once we get done with that. All right. But I hope y'all boys having a good day. Reaction. All right, refresh the cache so everything should be smooth. All right.
In the world of the walking.
Bro, why is this video doing this, bro? All right, everything should be smooth now. Let me see. Window capture. There we go. Make sure that's at 4K. I guess that should be smooth now. Everything. All right. So we got why you wouldn't survive The Walking Dead. I think I'll survive, but we're gonna see.
In the world of
Bro, what is going on with my damn mouse? Like, keep fucking jumping. Like, what the hell? Fucking weird. Bro. All right, so we got why you wouldn't survive The Walking Dead. I think I will. Main reason I wanted to watch this video is because I thought it was entertaining. I mean, not entertaining. I haven't watched it, but I thought it was interesting because I'm rewatching The Walking Dead. So I was a Walking Dead like fanatic when I was a kid. I started watching this shit when I was a kid. I think the show came out in 2010, and I started watching it from 2010. I was 10 years old. I know I was not supposed to be watching this show, but I was locked in from the jump. So me and my girl now, because she never watched it, we're watching it now. We on season 7, season 2. If you know what happened on season 7, episode 1. But I don't want to spoil too much. But if you're watching this, you probably already watched The Walking Dead because it wouldn't make sense for you to be watching this. But I'm gonna stop yapping. Let's go ahead and get into it. Why you wouldn't survive The Walking Dead? I think I would survive,
the Walking
but
Dead,
we'll
we
see.
see humanity brought to the very brink of extinction by a mysterious disease dubbed the wildfire virus, wiping out over 99% of the world's population and turning people into flesh-eating monsters referred to in the series as walkers. And although that all sounds very bad on paper,
But that is kind of crazy. Like, imagine you in a coma, like Rick. You wake up, you know, you got in a car accident or whatever the case may be. You broke your fucking leg, you tore your shoulder or some shit, and you in the hospital. Meanwhile, you in the hospital all drugged up on anesthesia, whatever the hell they got you on, Novocaine, fentanyl, and then you wake up, everybody gone, hospital, desolate, lights off. You got on a damn dress. You don't know what's going on. You out of the loop. And you wake up to motherfuckers trying to Motherfuckers trying to eat you and shit.
I still think a lot
It's
of
kind of
people
wild.
watch this series and think, yeah, surviving in this world would be a piece of cake. I'm sure I could morph into a prime Rick Grimes, grab my red-handled machete, and start hacking some slow-moving zombies to death. But I'm here to be the bearer of bad news and
I'm telling you, it will be easier than you think it would be. At least for me, in my personal opinion, I think it'll be way easier to survive in this world because they walk. And if you know anything about the show, it's about the people, not necessarily about the walkers. The walkers is like, I would say 5% of the actual problem. Like they're like I would say they're like the fourth root. Like you got the people, then you got food, water, shelter, and then you got the walkers after that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is already infected anyway. So regardless if you make it in, I mean, if you don't get no food, you're gonna fucking die. Which you're gonna turn into a zombie. If you don't get water, you're gonna die. You're gonna turn into a zombie. So either way, it's inevitable to turn into a zombie. It's just seeing how long you can actually make it without turning into a zombie, pretty
tell
much.
you're very
So
wrong.
zombies are the
Because when
last like
society collapses, there are far deadlier
line of
tactics in
defense, I
play
would say.
than merely just avoiding walker bites. So this is why you wouldn't survive The Walking Dead.
The walkers.
Okay, I know I've just stated that there's more to worry about than just being bitten by a walker, but we must first address the elephant in the room, and that is the flesh-eating reanimated corpses that call this universe home. Now, at first glance, any zombie seen in the series post-season 1, I'll admit, would be fairly easy to deal with in isolation. But not only did the series creator Robert Kirkman confirm that the
That
zombies
boy
in this universe
Shane.
outnumber the living roughly 5,000 to 1, but I also see people when tackling this hypothetical scenario totally dismiss one crucial fact, and that is the concept of zombie media just doesn't exist in the world of The Walking Dead. I mean, think about it. We've all grown up watching Shaun of the Dead, playing Plants vs. Zombies, or binging horror films, and because of this, we are familiar with the fairly universal rules of these undead monsters, i.e. must destroy the brain to kill them, a bite means you're infected, and avoid population-dense areas at all costs. But the people of the Walking Dead universe...
Yeah, but even in that same sense, like, I feel like the only way that this shit will actually be as bad as like you wouldn't be able to survive this shit is if you're like in the most dense populated areas like Atlanta, Georgia, or New York City, Los Angeles, California. Like if you're there, you're fucked. But if you're just like in a small city, like say, I don't know, Austin, Texas, which I know is still not like that small, it's still a city, but like where it's like a whole lot less people than your average, like I said, big major city. And then you also got like playing field to run around and shit like that. I feel like that's the main thing. If you got like a bunch of tight corners and tight corridors, like if you ever been in New York City, it's just buildings, and then they got buildings that's like 90 floors high and shit like that. If you live in one of those buildings, or 10 floors, 10 stories, whatever, it's gonna be a lot harder for you because just imagine you're the motherfucker on that 10th floor when all this shit breaking out. You got to get all the way down to the first floor. On top of, you got to try to fight your way down to the first floor just to get out, to get in some open space. But once you get into that open space, I feel like it'll be fairly easy. Well, also in New York, you're kind of fucked because you can't have guns, so that sucks for y'all. But,
with you,
and California,
if you were dropped into it, would have no idea of these aforementioned zombie rules,
you kind of
or
could.
even the concept of a zombie itself. It would just be a totally alien concept, decreasing your chances of survival massively. So, let me set the scene for you all. One night, your dad becomes sick with a strange illness, and that night, whilst asleep in your room, you suddenly wake up to the excruciating pain of your own father biting into your arm. But your immediate reaction after waking up would not be to smash your dad's skull in with a lamp and amputate your infected arm, because you wouldn't even understand the sheer severity of the situation until it was way too late.
I don't have a dad, so I don't have that problem. For those who do have a dad, though, it might be a problem. But even then again, if a motherfucker bite my arm, if your instinct ain't to like smack this motherfucker up or give him a quick 1-2, even though like you're getting bit, like my first instinct is like, well, you dead at that point too, because you're already infected. But there's no point to keep talking. It's GG's for you. You already got fucking bit. So
I know that example sounds incredibly
it is what it is.
specific, but this is exactly how millions of people would be caught off guard When a loved one is burning up with a fever and acting violently, our instincts would be to comfort them, try and calm them down, or call an ambulance, not grab a shotgun and end their existence. And it's this fundamental lack of knowledge that would sweep across the planet, causing the death of millions. Long before many of you could pick up a baseball bat, wrap it in barbed wire, and start strutting around the apocalypse.
Lucio.
Little pig!
And even if you did somehow manage to survive the initial wave of domestic horror, your survival would still boil largely down to sheer geographical luck. Because if you live in a
See, I don't think that like I said, I already kind of talked about this before the video even went on. But the main thing that I think is the most, like I said, will be the food, water, and shelter. Because in the beginning, you're going to have access to your refrigerator. Running water is still going to be a thing. Grocery stores are still going to, be in effect to somewhat certain extent. Because, in 2020, when the whole COVID shit happened, motherfuckers was making runs on toilet papers and stuff like that. But in this case, I still think it will be food on the shelves somewhat. There will still be gas at the gas station, stuff like that. The main thing will be, what do you have in your general area that you can use to survive? That's what I think will
city,
be.
the odds are already stacked against you. Picture hearing the chaotic news reports of a virus making people uncontrollably violent while you sit alone in a high-rise apartment. You would have no idea what to do in those crucial first few days. Do you fight back against these crazed individuals chasing you down the street, or is there a vaccine on the way that can heal them all? But little do you know, the entire world is already infected and there is no cure coming. And even if you did decide to fight back for your life, how long would it take you to realize that body shots do absolutely nothing against these things, and the only way to stop them is with a direct blow to the brain? My point is, many people would die long before Rick Grimes even woke up from his coma in the series, as they
That's
just simply would
100%
have
true.
no idea what threat they were dealing with. And that's not to mention, even if you did survive the initial days/weeks of the apocalypse, how easy it would be to let your guard down for just a moment and get bitten, or have your camp invaded by a passing horde of the dead. I mean, take Tyrese from the main TV series, for example. A 6-foot tall...
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Tyrese is one of the, like I understand his character, right? But at the same time, his character pissed me off so bad, bro. Like, you let so much shit happen because you didn't want to kill. Like, Bob, the girls, like the sisters, y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't remember their names exactly, but even fucking Chris from Everybody Hates Fucking Chris. I forgot Noah. All of this shit happened because you was just too letting your guard down, bro. And that's the main thing that I think will get a lot of people, clapped up, is letting their guard down, because they still think that it's a chance of faith. It's a slimmer of hope. But it might be a slimmer of hope or some type of vaccine or something on the way, somebody concocting something. But I genuinely think if a zombie apocalypse happened, it's because of the government wanted to happen. But that's just me.
Physically capable former NFL player is caught off guard by a singular walker. And later on in the show, we saw this with Carl Grimes as well. Just one lapse of judgment or one wrong turn could mean your end. Add to the fact you'd probably be sleep deprived, starving, and dehydrated, and it makes these mistakes a lot easier to occur. So although the zombies from The Walking Dead might not be clicker level threats, they still possess a very real danger. Whether it's from a lack of knowledge, being caught off guard, or the sheer numbers of them roaming around. But hey, at least
It's
walkers
more
are
about the
somewhat in your
numbers
control.
than getting
The
caught
next
off guard,
factor
I would think.
is entirely based on your immune system.
The virus itself. What's his name, Jim?
So now we've identified just one of the many threats of surviving in this world, let's look into something that only further decreases your chances of survival. And that is, of course, the wildfire virus itself. So to understand why your immune system is your biggest liability here, we first have to look at how the wildfire virus itself actually operates. And this brings us nicely to one of the biggest plot twists in the entire series, and that is the secret Dr. Jenner whispers to Rick Grimes in Season 1, revealing that everybody is infected, including living people. But what does this mean for your survival chances? Well, we all know the virus turns people into flesh-eating monsters and relies on reanimated hosts to pass on the deadly infection.
I feel like what it should mean to you is that it is inevitable that it is going to happen. Like, Regardless of what you try to do, you're going to turn. The only thing is it going to be today? Is it going to be tomorrow? Is it going to be because of food? Is it going to be because you got shot in the fucking head? Is it going to be because you got stabbed in the motherfucking head? Did you get bit in your sleep? All of these factors doesn't really matter at the in the sense of you're going to turn. So focusing on, oh, I don't want to turn, I don't want to turn. I feel like it's taking up brain power that you could use to be doing something more productive. But maybe that's just me, you know.
via bites.
Maybe
But
that's
what
just me.
people fail to account for, as seen throughout Fear the Walking Dead Season 1, is a huge portion of the world's population flat out died from the virus without being bitten. Now, putting a number on just
Exactly.
how many people died from this would be purely speculation, as it's never actually been stated in the series. But we can say with absolute certainty, your immune system might not be able to combat the initial infection in the first place. Essentially meaning no amount of combat training, stockpiling food, or rural living will protect you if you are one of the millions who simply fall sick and die on day one of the apocalypse. Let that sink in. In August of 2010, the virus swept across the globe and infected everybody, laying dormant in billions, and you might just get genetically unlucky. So, your body reacts poorly to the initial pathogen, you run a fatal fever.
Well, yeah, I didn't think about that, but that is a great point. That is like if you already have like diabetes or some underlying health issue, you're obese, or your immune system is just weaker, high blood pressure, something like that, or where like you need insulin or you need some secondary type of medication to survive in the not necessarily in the show because we're talking about real life, but if you need some other underlying thing to survive, it is a higher chance of you just succumbing to the virus just because you are already genetically at a disadvantage, or health wise at a disadvantage based off of how it affect your system in general.
And you're basically dead before you even realize a zombie apocalypse is happening. And ultimately, this factor is totally out of your control. And there is a very real threat that your immune system wouldn't even let you survive the first 48 hours. On top of this, due to how the virus works, even if you or somebody else dies from a non-zombie related incident, like a heart attack or infection for example, they will come back as a walker, which is why it's so hard to maintain a community in this environment, because all it takes is one non-walker related fatality and it can cause utter chaos if you're not extremely careful.
The survivors. This is the main issue, I
If you
think.
haven't already gathered, there's a huge element of luck that goes into surviving the apocalypse, but things will now get even worse. Let's assume you get genetically lucky, survive the copious amounts of walkers roaming around the streets, and none of your family get infected. Well, now you have to deal with the pleasure of other survivors. Now, I already find dealing with people hard enough in the real world, so
Me
now
too, bro.
imagine a crazed psycho like the governor who has zero regard for human life and views you purely as an expendable asset rolling up on you with a tank.
I have a tank.
My point is, we quite clearly see in the series the biggest threats after the initial fall of.
I think that that's very, very underestimated too, in a sense of whatever you have before the apocalypse even start. Cause say some people, I don't think that this is anybody, but just say you're a person that don't have any type of weapon in your house, like you don't have a baseball bat, you don't have a, a firearm or assault rifle, um hammer, like tools. Like what are you supposed to do? Or imagine if you're in a wheelchair. Like you start off the apocalypse and you're in a wheelchair already. Like you can't push yourself around. You can't get around by yourself. I think that is the worst possible scenario for anybody, is you don't have anything in your house to protect yourself, or you just physically cannot get around. Like,
Society is
because then at
utter
that point you're
chaos,
relying on other
and
people.
walkers quickly become a background hazard. Make no mistake, the post-apocalyptic landscape is an utterly ruthless place, and it's usually the worst of the worst who will survive. The character of Dale sums this up perfectly in Season 2, where he describes this new world as now being survival of the fittest. When
Pretty
supplies are
much.
scarce, shelter is limited, and disagreements happen, unfortunately, people will very quickly resort to violence in order to solve disputes and problems. I mean, we even see it in the real world, so when you remove the punishment and consequences of the law, it would basically become the
That is the thing that humans will always go back to. I always say that it's two things that humans are naturally drawn to, and has been the case since the beginning of the time, is that death and violence. Like humans will always be violent. It is no time period in history or in real life where people just weren't violent. Like it's just not. It's no. Name me a time period where it was just 100% peacetime. I guarantee you can't do it.
purge on steroids. I think the absolute scariest part of the entire apocalypse would without a doubt be dealing with the other survivors. You let your guard down for 1 second or hesitate and someone else could kill you. You run the constant risk of raiders stealing your supplies and doing much, much worse, and if your community's resources are getting tight, even your closest allies might decide your share of the food is worth more than your own life. Ultimately, in order to survive, you would have to be incredibly careful of who you let into your group. If you go it alone, you run the risk of being overwhelmed by a larger group, and if you go for the safety in numbers approach, someone you once trusted might betray you. To be brutally honest, I
Yeah,
dread to think about all the atrocious
they
acts
will
once sophisticated people
portray
would
you
be
at some
committing
point.
in a now lawless world. Murder, SA, cannibalism, theft, and much, much more. Add in layers of deceit, lies, and false hope, and it makes every single person you run into in your post apocalyptic journey a potential death trap. Oh, and by the way, spoiler alert, you are not Rick Grimes, so you don't have the main character plot armor we see in the series. Just think
Yeah,
all the antagonists you could run into.
I will say that this show is filled with plot armor. Me and my girl was talking about this shit because, like I said, we watching it, and it's certain points where like they're surrounded by walkers, and y'all know the iconic scene where Rick Grimes, when he was supposed to be off the show. Some of y'all probably don't know that, but it's a scene where he get trapped in an RV during the arc when they're trying to get all of the fucking walkers out of the fucking valley from Alexandria, if y'all know what I'm talking about. And he leaves them out and shit. And he cut his fucking hand open, and he gets trapped in an RV. And then next they just cut that whole shit where how the fuck did he get out the RV? That is the biggest like sin of plot armor in this show, I think. But I know why. It's because I was watching when it's going on. And they had a show called The Talking Dead. If y'all, for those who don't know, are watching it like more recently, or more modernly or whatever, because I know they just got to deal with Netflix or whatever. But they had a show called The Talking Dead, and apparently, he wanted to be off the show, and that was supposed to be his like off the show moment. And I know it's another part of the show where he was supposed to be off the show or whatever the case may be, but I know this for certain. That part specifically right there, if you watching the show and you just see that dramatic cut and you're like, what the fuck, what the fuck happened to him on the fucking inside the trailer, and it just cut to him back in Alexandria. That's why
In this world, the termites,
I
the
feel like a
guffer,
lot
the
of people won't
claimers, the
know
wolves,
that.
the whisperers, and the list goes on. And these are only the ones we see on screen, so think what else could be lurking out there. In a world of survival of the fittest where hesitation becomes fatal, it would be brutal, exhausting, and a deeply depressing place to try and exist. And look, of course, I'm not saying every single person would be this evil lunatic, but unfortunately, the vast majority probably would be. And it's the sad, but ultimately realistic truth of human nature.
Yeah,
Because
because
when our backs
if
are
you're
against the
not that,
walls,
you're
we
gonna get
become
got.
desperate, selfish, and loyalties would very quickly go out the window. All it takes is you walking along one day and somebody hiding in the bushes decides they want your stuff, so they're going to kill you for it. Or you hesitate in pulling the trigger, realizing the severity of taking another human life, only to be beaten to it by that other person who shoots you first. Or, even worse, you walk into a settlement under the pretenses they will take you in and look after you, only to find out it's a bunch of cannibals and you're on the menu tonight.
Yeah,
At least with walkers, you know what to expect, a mindless pursuit of flesh, as humans are complicated, cunning, and deceitful, making them the most dangerous post apocalyptic threat you could possibly find.
city dangers.
Now, this next factor plays heavily into your geographical location, which I did touch upon earlier, whilst also kind of linking to the other survivors section, because it's people and the military's reaction to the wildfire virus, particularly in cities across America. In the first few days of the outbreak, local police departments quickly became overwhelmed, hospitals filled up, and riots broke out nationwide. So, the military was dispatched
Yeah.
into major cities across America, setting up safe zones in strategic
See, this is the part I don't know what he's gonna say about this, but my opinion on if you watch any type of military movie, I feel like they depict the military so well in the sense of I was in the military, so I kind of know what would kind of happen in a situation like this. You're gonna have your people that follows everything that's going on, you know, orders to the end type of people, and then you're gonna have some people in the military that's just like, I gotta get to my family type of people. I care more about my family than you know the uniform or whatnot, and a lot of the regular population of people are going to be dependent on the military, think that they're going to be able to solve this problem and get it underway, but people don't truly realize the extent of people in the military are regular people too. Like if you've seen the Walking Dead show, like with the governor and stuff like that, or even in the beginning part where the hospital with Rick and they sent in the military and the whole battalion got fucking wiped out. Like it's not just gonna be like GI Joe or your savior is coming to come get you. Like it's still gonna be on your part to try to survive. And even in the same token as that, just know that the government is not gonna be your friend in this situation. Because like I said, I think if it's ever a zombie outbreak like this, the government has something to do with it. But that's just me, my
areas in order
personal
to
opinion
try
on
and
it.
regain control
I
of
could
the
be
walking
wrong,
dead. This, however, would very quickly prove futile, as after just over a week of trying to retake the cities, morale, supplies,
but
and
don't trust them.
exhaustion
Don't
quickly
trust them.
overwhelmed the soldiers, as they not only fought an utterly relentless foe, but were also dramatically outnumbered, with central areas of cities crawling with walkers. But what that means for you is if you were a civilian and you lived in a city across America, you would have to get incredibly lucky to already be living within an area the military fenced off and protected as a quote unquote safe zone. Or you'd be stuck in a living hell.
Yeah, but that could
After
also
things
be a
went bad,
downside
many
though.
people tried to exit the cities, in turn blocking up all the highways, making escape for you via vehicle virtually impossible. To make things even worse, the military were ordered to contain the virus, so in turn, they shot anything that moved outside of safe zones, whether you were infected or not. So unless you were in one of these military zones, you'd be playing a constant and very deadly game of hide and seek versus the people who were sent in to supposedly save you. Walkers were now everywhere across the cities, and riots of angry survivors plagued the country. Your chances of being stuck in a city and trying to survive outside of a military safe zone would be very slim. But even if you were lucky enough to be in a safe zone, you wouldn't fare much better in the end, as some camps became overrun, but the worst was yet to come. Because after the military realized they weren't going to be able to take back America's cities, they initiated a plan to try and neutralize the virus.
I
In the
told
middle
you.
of the night, the military would evacuate their posts and their safe zones, telling no civilians. And only a matter of hours later, before some had even realized their retreat, the city would be bombed with napalm. This top secret mission was dubbed Operation Cobalt, and the only way in Fear the Walking Dead our survivors find out about this classified operation is by literally capturing and torturing a soldier. For many, whilst sound asleep in their supposed safe zones or whilst fighting for their lives outside of them, they would be met by a constant bombardment of bombs. This would not only kill millions of survivors, but also only add to the Walker problem as people subsequently died and reanimated. Operation Cobalt
Exactly.
was a colossal military fail and led to the collapse of their control. But this failure meant if you lived in pretty much every city across America except Philadelphia and Portland who managed to escape this fate, you would almost certainly be killed. As for cities outside of America, like Paris, London, and Barcelona, although not bombed, we see they fared incredibly poorly as well due to the sheer density of people. So, in the world of The Walking Dead, just merely existing in a city essentially becomes a death sentence.
It does, but like I said, in the same sense, it's like it doesn't depending on what city you are in. Like, yes, I get the napalm thing or whatever the case may be, but I don't think that the military are gonna have that. Like, this is a show, remember. In real life, I don't think the military is gonna have enough napalm or bombs to bomb every single inch of every single city in America. I just don't think that that's gonna be possible. So like I said, if you're in Los Angeles or California, you're cooked. Yes, you can. They have firearms and shit like that, but they got like magazine restrictions and carry laws, and it's hard as hell to get guns. So it'll be a lot harder. People who do have them will be at a major advantage over the people that don't have them in California. New York, same thing. People that do have them and went through the process of, I heard that process is like 6 to 9 months in California, not California, New York. Those people will be way ahead of the curve. But even still, then I know it's like restrictions on magazines and ammo and other stuff like that. So it's still not even like you have an edge, but at the same time, it's like not the agriculture, but the infrastructure of Los Angeles in New York is so just heavily populated that I just genuinely don't think that it'll be enough. And I kind of reiterated this because I said this earlier, but I genuinely feel this way about those cities. Like it's nothing. You're cooked if you're in California or if you're in fucking New York. It just is what it is. There's nothing you could do. I don't think that's why
I
you never
think
see
often
it.
one of the
Well,
most
World War Z was
overlooked
in New York,
challenges
I
within
think.
any apocalypse is the mental aspect of it. Let's quickly assume you are within the 1% of survivors, and although the odds aren't in your favour, there is definitely a chance you might survive. While the chances of the people you once loved also being in that 1%, let's just say, are not in your favour. Let's look at Rick Grimes, for example, and just take a second to think about how mentally taxing his journey through the apocalypse was. He lost his wife, his son, countless friends, love interests, and watched Negan bash two of his closest allies' skulls in with a baseball bat. I don't care what anybody says, this is going to have some serious mental repercussions on an individual. And if that isn't enough, let me give you a real world example. Take PTSD in US soldiers from World War II. Each and every brave soul who fought on that battlefield didn't go into it thinking, yeah, this is definitely going to mentally break me for the rest of my existence. But for many of them, unfortunately, it did. On top of this, cases of PTSD only rose in prisoners of war, with nearly 60% of them coming away from the ordeal with the illness, which just proves the human brain in most cases will just break after witnessing terrifying or highly distressing events, like these soldiers saw in war, or reality check, like you would be seeing in the apocalypse. And watching your family and friends slowly turn into flesh-eating monsters or seeing them killed in front of your very own eyes is going to mentally destroy you. I think some people would just flat out opt out of existing in a world like this, and others would let it drive them insane. And whilst yes, we all like to think we'd be Rick Grimes dropping some insanely cold one-liners,
Besides, I already made you a promise.
the harsh reality is most of us would more likely resemble a character like Clara from season 4 of the show. A woman who, after the death of her husband, clings on to survival but is depressed, delirious, and all alone. Until one day, Rick stumbles upon her. She tries to lure Rick back to her camp and use him as food for her reanimated husband in a state of delirium. But after he fights her off, she just asks to be left alone to die. As ugly and depressing as it may sound, most of our brains just aren't geared to witness the type of horrors and
See,
apocalypse.
I think more people will be like Herschel in the beginning, in a sense of like they still don't believe what they're actually seeing. Like they can't come to terms with understanding that this is the new world and this is the way that you have to be. Because I feel like once you come to terms with something, like, okay, this is what I have to do to survive. This is what I need to do to survive. It becomes easier. Yes, it's still going to be mentally taxing to a certain extent. And some people are going to break. Some people are going to just say, fuck it, I can't do it. I'd rather just, opt out. As Daryl said, he opted out. That's one of my favorite one-liners from Daryl. But yeah, they're going to opt out. But I feel like some people are still going to try to live because I feel like in humans is inherently uh, a drive to live. Like you're gonna do what you have to do in order to live. But it is getting worse though in like modern times and shit. But
throw at them. Many people would break and become unhinged shells of their former selves, resulting in survivors breaking mentally long before they did physically.
supplies and
In the
resources.
world of
This
The
is what I
Walking
said was
Dead, as
first.
soon as the date hit August 27th, known in the universe as Monument Day, a timer essentially begins, as this is the point food and other resources stop being produced, and the longer into the apocalypse you go, the more depleted
I
supplies will
think this is
become.
the number
Now,
one
sure,
thing to
you
be
can try and
afraid
grow
of.
your own food or hunt and fish, but unless you have some basic knowledge in these areas, you'll
Exactly.
probably really struggle.
If you don't
We
have the
saw in the
skills
real world
prior,
during the
it's going to be a lot
30-2020
harder
global
to
pandemic
do
how
this
people picked
part
the shops
of
clean,
surviving.
leading to global shortages
You
in
need the
certain
skills.
goods. Well, now imagine the impact a zombie apocalypse would have on people's mindsets. They'd loot, steal, and pick clean everything from supermarkets and pharmacies in the first few hours of the outbreak. And after Operation Cobalt decimated the cities, just think about how many supplies were burnt to a crisp in the bombings. Survival would very quickly become a daily struggle. The moment the electrical grid fails, water treatment plants would shut down, and the pristine tap water we completely take for granted now would just flat out be gone. If you resorted to drinking from stagnant ponds, lakes, or local rivers without the means to properly purify or boil it, you aren't just quenching your thirst, but you're playing a dangerous game with a plethora of waterborne pathogens every time you take a sip. And in a world with zero.
Yes, you are, but you're taking a gamble just surviving in this world in general. So, yes, like I said, basic. A lot of this comes down to what do you know before this happens? Like, just say you have a blue collar job. I think it's blue collar job where you work in an office and you handle accounting and shit like that, right? It, the common theme in this show is the more important you are, the more you're needed. So if you do, just say you're a doctor, you're a surgeon, right? And you tell a group comes in, they like, hey, give me all your shit. Or we gonna kill you anyway. Like we want your shit. We want it now. You and then you like, hey, I can help. I'm a surgeon. I could be your doctor or whatever the case may be. It could be the most downright dog like disrespectful dog shit ass people. You know what they're gonna say to themselves in that moment? Damn, we are going to need a doctor. We're going to need a doctor. We're gonna need somebody that knows how to do this. Now you have a skill that you had in the regular world that is now worth more than money. But if you work a job like fucking, I don't fucking know. You're a streamer, for example. What the fuck do you have to offer to the zombie apocalypse world? Hey guys, I know how to work a camera and a microphone. I'm a wizard with the tongue. I can influence people. Maybe that might be one thing, influencing people to do shit or, something like that. But if you don't know how to fish, hunting, you ever went camping, you don't have any military background training, you don't have any survival background training, you don't have any firearm training, anything like that. And then on top of that, you got kids, you got a wife, you got whatever that's not as fast as you, strong as you, or mentally sharp as you, or just not fully grasping the gravity of the situation. It's going to be a lot harder unless you have these talks beforehand in case of that, because I'm pretty sure there's people around the world that do have these talks with their significant others and people and shit like that.
Zero operating hospitals and no access to basic
Hypotheticals.
antibiotics, even the smallest of sicknesses could become fatal. And then comes the starvation aspect. Most people have absolutely no idea how to grow crops, let alone maintain agricultural land without commercial fertilizers, pesticides, and modern
Exactly.
machinery. Your only option would be to scavenge the odd bits of food you could find, and possibly hunt if you had the knowledge and know-how. But as the weeks turn to months and then possibly years, if you've done really well at keeping
See, so
yourself
going back to the group thing, I know I'm yapping a lot, but it's a reaction video. I don't want to just take bro video and not add anything to it. But going into the group part, when he was talking about picking people to be a part of your group, you want to pick people that have skills, non-tangible skills. Like, okay, you got somebody that like Rick, he was a cop. Then you had Daryl. Daryl could track, he could hunt, he could call animals, or not call animals, but like he can track people down if somebody get lost in a group. He can survive on his own. He don't need anybody. Then you got people like fucking Michonne. She's good with a sword. She she had a kid and then it's a baby. You got Judith. Like you have these characters that play a different role that. Or Herschel, he was the medic, he was the doc, he was a veterinarian, but he was good enough to take his veterinarian skills and translate them towards real people. You need people in your group like that, not just people that's just gonna be eating up resources, not being able to pull their weight. Like Eugene, right? Eugene, for example, Eugene he still used his skill of knowing that he's good with words in order to persuade Abraham to get him to DC. And as they got closer to DC, he realized like, oh shit, I really don't know how to do this. So he tried to sabotage their way to get into DC, pretty much. But then they got to DC and he was like, hey, I don't have a cure, or I don't know how to cure this shit or whatever. And then, Abraham broke down and all of this shit. You don't want nobody in your group like that. Because there are people that's gonna manipulate you to think that they're gonna pull on your heartstrings for certain shit in order to get what they want. Or get what they need or survive, because it's survival of the fittest. You have to use what you have, pretty much. So you don't want no weak links in your group. And if you do have a weak link in your group, they still need to be providing something.
Alive, the challenge would only further increase. Canned goods would expire, medicine would lose its potency, and gasoline would degrade so much it became basically useless, rendering any vehicles you had essentially worthless. Every single day would become a frantic and exhausting calculation of calories spent versus the calories gained. You are constantly operating on a state of starvation, leaving you weak, dizzy, and prone to fatal mistakes. And on top of this, your search for supplies would often take you to uncharted territories, leaving you at risk of being ambushed by the people who live there, or just having your camp raided in your absence. And finally, without the use of vehicles, you'd have to be physically fit as well to be able to outrun walkers, maybe
Yeah.
even other survivors, and your
Like I
cardiovascular
said,
endurance
this is
would be
something that you
essential
had
to
to prepare
survival
for
in this
ahead of time.
environment.
But some stuff you can't, like being
In
old and
conclusion,
shit like
although
that.
many of us would like to imagine ourselves as this, in reality, most of us would probably look something like that. Because in order to survive the world of The Walking Dead, you'd have to survive a dormant airborne virus on day one, you'd have to guess the correct rules of the undead in a world where zombie media doesn't exist, you'd have to escape fire-bombed gridlock cities while the military tries to kill you, outsmart the often hostile other survivors, avoid losing your mind from the horrors you'd witness, and somehow find clean water and food every single day. And the harsh reality of it is, the vast majority of us wouldn't be the heroes of this story. We'd either be part of the infected herds wandering
I'll be the
aimlessly
hero.
through the landscape, or be like Clara, an emotional wreck after the death of our loved ones. Because ultimately, survival in this environment is brutal, and it isn't all about how tough you are, because it mostly boils down to a horrifying mix of genetic luck, geographical positioning, and psychological endurance. And that is
Yeah.
why 99% of us just wouldn't survive The Walking Dead. I mean, the numbers from the series don't lie. But who knows, maybe the future Rick Grimes of the apocalypse is watching this very video, and in that
Me.
case, I apologize for severely underestimating your abilities.
You got me.
Look,
Yeah.
I better than anybody understand how easy The Walking Dead may look to survive, and although it's nowhere near the worst apocalypse you could find yourself in fiction, it would still take a colossal effort just to stay alive. But with that being said, let me know down below in the comments how long you think you'd survive the Walking Dead apocalypse. If you enjoyed today's video, please do like, subscribe, and hype the video if you're on mobile, as it helps the channel out a ton.
All right, y'all. So that's gonna do it for this video. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe to my channel as well as Bro's channel. I think his name is Theo Hunt. Yeah, it's right there down there. Oh, he only got 42,000 subscribers. I would thought he would have had more. But y'all go subscribe to him, like his video, and y'all let me know down below. Do y'all think y'all can survive? Because I think I would survive. I'm not saying that it's gonna be easy, but I do have certain skills and a certain feng shui about me that I think that I will be able to survive. And if y'all want to see more content like this, y'all follow me on Twitch at Uzi Cain at Twitch. And also my main YouTube channel if y'all like gaming content and stuff like that. And I'll also live stream there on YouTube and Twitch at Uzi Cain. And this will be probably my first video on my live channel. Y'all let me know if y'all want to see more videos like this. And yeah. I will do that video another time. I low-key want a game, bro. I low-key want a game. Go to twitch.com. I think I did pretty good for that first my first like reaction style video. I was trying not to, yap too much, but people who know me know that I don't really talk to that many people. So once I get the yapping, I get the yapping, bro. I'm gonna change this title to Mortal Shell. Mortal Shell 2. Yeah, because I do need to start streaming with a purpose. Because I mainly just be streaming, and when I stream, I don't really um what would you say, like, I don't really have a goal or a plan, so I'm trying to start to have a goal and a plan when I stream, so I can actually grow. If that makes sense. Mm-mm. All right, let's hop on Mortal Shell. Gotta put in some work on this game. Mm. But yeah, y'all go follow my live channel at Uzi Cain, bro. That's where I'm gonna post that video at. Cause yeah, I'm streaming it on this YouTube channel. If y'all watch this live back, but I'm gonna try to edit it. I'm also looking for an editor. So if any of y'all, could show me some of y'all work or know how to edit, hit me up. Show my applications gloom. Refund a gloom spent. All right, let's continue. Boop.
I am your devoted brother.
Praise Metha.
We can fast travel. We're gonna go back here because I didn't do that dungeon, so that's what I'm gonna go do before I continue on, because yesterday I didn't get to it. I think that's kind of fire that they use that as a loading screen. I can't lie. I'm also gonna need to get some more points so I can upgrade the BBL shell. But I do like this shell though. I think it's kind of smooth that I could just sneak up. All right, I'm gonna have to warm up a little bit. Okay, we got some lags. What's going on? Okay. Is it this way? Oh, it is. Oh. Yeah, it's right here. Oh shit. What the fuck, bro? Now I gotta go back down. All right. Yep. Bury that. You know, I noticed in this game there's no stealth. Like, oh, I never parried that attack right. There we go. There we go. I love these animations too. Shit's tough. All right, let's heal up. All right, I need to stop taking damage because I already know that, like I said, this part. Let's go right here. Weave, weave. Nope. Got his ass. All right. I'm trying to get my parry timing down, but I'm taking damage while I'm trying to do that. I still got 2 heals, so I should be able to do this. Nope. All right, we got big boy. I did that late. That was my fault. And he hit me out of it. And now I'm out my shell. Now I'm out my body. Okay. I gotta be extra careful. All right. Was that worth it? Maybe, maybe not. All right, we got my guy right here. Got his eye. Oh, I got my shell back. Nice. I thought I had a key. No, I did use it. I did use it at the other place. All right, so now we cleared that dungeon. Now where are we going? We're supposed to be going that way. I think we actually supposed to be going this way, because in the demo I know that boss is over here. We'll go this way. We'll go this way, because I know it's a boss. The lamb guy. What's this? What is this? What is these? Nothing else over there. Yeah, I think I want to max out, because in this game you can like respec. I think I want to max this one out first and then try out other stuff as I go. I think they're gonna keep healing if I don't kill her. Huh? Oh, this is yeah. I thought I was poison in there, cause some of those barrels like got like acid and shit in there. I thought that was one of them. Let me hit this real quick. Yep. And we go. It's this way, right? Yeah, it's this way. And then we got her. What? How did it miss? I know y'all saw that. How did my ability miss? Yeah, he's over here. Oh my god. I got fucking cooked. It's hard to see his attacks, bro. It's like his hand go off the screen, so it's like it's hard to fucking see, bro. Or am I just coping? Some would say that I was just coping. And you might be right. All right, let's cook. How she switched that? Nah. Okay. Yep, come here. You know, I should get double XP for that, like in Call of Duty, when you kill somebody with the gun that you picked up. What's up here? Huh, huh, huh. You get double XP. How the hell do I get up there? What? Do I gotta like jump from up there or something? Oh, there we go. All right, where that big bug? Oh, you waiting for me? Nah, I'm gonna go this way. We're gonna fight, but we're gonna fight on my terms. Come here. We fight on my terms. Okay, we got this right here too. Good shit. So we'll take that. Go right here. We really don't need to go right here, but I'll do it anyway. Oh, I got my souls back. Let me see if I can level up. I don't think I can though. No, I can't. Yeah, I don't think we went this way. How did I miss? Yeah, I need to get you out the way. What's over here? The hell is that? How do I get over there? I might not be able to get over there yet. We'll go this way. Let's see what they got first. Oh, what the hell? That shit almost killed me. Like, what the fuck was that? Oh, it's the fucking traps, bro. Can I shoot that motherfucker? It's making me waste ammo, bro. Like, you have to take damage. Because I'm not going to have enough bullets to fucking... Like, you're going to have to take damage. Which is bullshit. Oop. Die, you stinky frog. Okay, at least I could upgrade whenever I get a chance to. Oh, nice weave. Huh? Those are the easiest enemies to parry. Like it's so telegraphed. Got it. Oh, he's healing him. Yeah, I need to get you up out the way. Get you up out of here. Oh. Who is talking? I know y'all hear that, right? Huh? Oh, that was the frog talking. I didn't even know. Bro. Gotta check for the doors, because sometimes you can knock on a door. Need an offering. Nope. Not about to spit no fire on me. No. I'm locked in today, ain't I? Kind of going crazy a little bit. I wonder what the hell are these candles for? Because they like everywhere. Yo, nope. Nope. God damn. Goddamn spider, bro. Okay, let's level up. Can I not level up? Yeah, there we go. Only got 1 point. Has poison mitigation. Shadow strike. So I can't upgrade anything. Any of those skills. Oh God. God is Got his eye. I better say, you still alive? Fucking trooper. Goddamn trooper. Where the fuck you come from? Spitting acid. Make sure we get this loot. Oh, so if you sit in it, you just get poisoned. This shit lasts for a while too. So that's why he that skill had poison mitigation. So I gotta make sure that I'm not pulled. Sticking around for that. What the fuck? Yeah. No. Nah. Nah. Bro, what the fuck? Y'all just don't stop coming. Like, why is there so many of y'all? Maybe I should have got the poison mitigation. Maybe I should have. Like, who's these dudes paying money to? All right. Nice. Let's cleanse this. Ugh. Yeah, because they're the most dangerous person. Okay, so that's good to know. Could have got burnt by that shit. Yeah. Oh, okay. So what was the point of that? Oh, it's probably a fast travel thing, maybe. Like if I can get that shit open. And I just killed. Then you just like drop down. Of course. They love these tight areas. They love them. Well, wait. Well, I need to take no unnecessary damage. Just a cloud of fart. Cloud of fucking stank. Yo, how you doing? He said this ain't that's poison. Yeah, cloud of stank. How you doing? Oh. Yes, Huh? Oh my, I'm dead too. I'm doing good. If you're about to ask me about art, I don't want any. Just to not waste your time. That's literally like the only people that I get that come in here and talk are people that's trying to sell me art. Bro, thanks for yeah. You're mistaken, salesman. Because normally that's what happens. Come in here, you try to butter me up. Oh, how you doing? You know, I like the game. You know, and then you just hit me with it. Oh, you know, your channel could use some art. That's normally what happens. I need a. How am I about to do this? I don't got my shield. And I knew he was about to do that. You said a lot of like me grinding here. Yeah, I respect it. God is I. God is I. It's no different than what I'm doing. Trying to stream. You said at least you respect us. Yeah, I mean, it's, you trying to get to the money. Now, if it was a editor, that would be different, but or if you were an editor, that would be different because I'm actually looking for an editor. But bro, this poison shit is annoying. Like you literally farting on me. Yeah, video editor. I got a couple of people in mind, but I want to weigh all my options first. Bro, it's another one? Oh no. He was just dying. He's like, I got you, man. I know a video editor. Yeah, but I already got some video editors. It's just I need a video editor to fit the needs that I feel that I need. Cause I went on like YouTube jobs, Upwork. Like I got some people that I already sent stuff to and they working on like videos for me, but I haven't came to a decision what I want to do yet. You say you got this or let's talk about it or know about it. What do you mean disc? Oh, Discord. Yeah. I'm good though. I'm chilling right now. Low-key locked in. Yeah, let's kill these things first. But I feel like they're gonna be annoying. He said if you hit the sheep, he'll be stunned. Oh, you already played this game. Oh. He said, "Nah, I watched it." Oh, to this part. Oh yeah, so you be grinding. Nope. Oh, okay. Come here. Let me hit the red one. I'm weak. Well, I ain't gonna hold you up if you trying to get back to it. What the hell? So the red ones are the ones I should be going for. How did he hit me through that? All right. I hope you wish you well on your journey trying to find some work. He said, thanks. Hope you get some real ones. Yeah, it'll come, you know. Everything takes time. I ain't in no rush. He said, hope you get some real ones. Oh my God, I'm about to die to the sheep. So I need to try to hit his, bro. Can you get off the lock on? Nope. Cause he was definitely about to kill me. He said, oh, hope you get it soon. Yeah, like I said, I'm in no rush. I'd rather have some dedicated people that want to watch me than trying to rush and just spam viewers that actually don't want to watch me, or, you know. Same thing with your work. I feel like you'll want customers that's actually going to value what you do versus, you know, I mean, some people just do it for the money, but, you know, everybody got their different view of what they want to get out of it. I would want to create something that's I feel is meaningful or gonna actually help somebody versus just
Come far,
creating slop pretty much.
will not be pleased. She once protected these lands, the eggs too, until she was gravely wounded by some strange, tentacled creature. In time, she healed with the help of those frog lickers. But she
That sounds like a
paid
slur.
dear. You'll see what remains of her.
All right, this is definitely the boss fight I remember from the demo. What the hell is that? Slender needles crafted to pierce far more than stone. Bring to France to discover its true power. You said not gonna lie, your camera looks clean. Which one is it? It's a Sony FX30. I feel like I should go back because I don't think it's gonna be a beacon. Yeah, I've been doing content for a while. Since like 2020. I just started streaming though. Mainly focused on my YouTube videos and stuff like that. But trying to get into the streaming stuff. Let's go back there. Oh.
May the Nether shelter you.
What's that I hear clinking? With these, he can pierce even the hardest.
You said what's your YouTube? I'll drop you a sub. You don't got to if you ain't gonna watch, you know. If you're gonna actually watch, then you know it was it's the same thing. But like I said, I'd rather quality over quantity. I don't really care about people, you know, the sub for sub or people just wanting to get as many subs as possible. I really focus on building the community is my main thing. You don't have a trust on ready for upgrade. Okay. You said I could check it out. How's your content? Maybe if I like it. It's just gaming stuff. That's why I said I did like a reaction style type of thing before I started playing this game. Trying something different. Because I feel like the gaming itself, that's what I've been doing since like 2020. I feel like that's not... Everybody games. I have to find a way to get people in with my other interests other than gaming. Pretty much. Because everybody games. Like I said, it's not really nothing crazy. But I gotta... You know, why would somebody choose to watch me game over watching somebody that they already been watching for years game? But the difference between me and most people that play games is I actually like playing games. As you can see from my YouTube channel, all of those videos are edited by me. That's why now I'm currently looking for an editor because I've been editing my own videos for 6 years and I'm tired of editing. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, all of those videos are 100% edited by me, thumbnail by me, SEO by me. Everything is 100% me. So I'll put the work in. I would say I feel like I put the work in, trying to do quality over quality. Some of my videos got decent views, but you know, it's not all about the views. It's the quality of the views. Like I got some viewers that watch me that been part of my channel for a long time. So I care about that a lot more. Is this right? Let me upgrade first. God, I got so much stuff to upgrade, or so much money. But yeah, on the channel, I've been trying to like
Harbinger.
gravitate into more stuff, but I just recently made a new channel to test some stuff out, like a live channel, and test out the waters. What was I about to do? Level up. Yeah, I want to refund that. So I'll have to. I feel like I should just put this somewhere. I'll just put it there. Get the poison mitigation. I was trying to save it up, but I forgot that I could respec anytime, so it really don't matter that much. I think it's this. All right. Am I going the wrong way? So where is the? I just gotta run back to it. I could have sworn I had one like a lot closer to the map. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, it was one closer. So where is that? It don't even show me. It doesn't even show me. Oh, and now y'all just back chilling. What the hell was that? I ended up somewhere around summon Smirt. Who the fuck is Smirt? I'm not summoning no Smirt. You about to get it in. Oh. Let's box. Got a baby demon. With the cheeks all out. All right, let's cook. The lady in the woods. Oh my God. What the hell? All right, this this fight about to be wild. This fight is about to be wild. Like what the fuck am I supposed to do? Maybe not lock on. Probably not, because in some Souls games you can't lock on, or there's no point of locking on. I should have went to that beacon too. So I don't have to do this little thing again. Yeah, we'll go here. See, now the poison mitigation don't even really matter. If we have fire mitigation or something like that, it'll be a lot more useful. Running for so long. Smirk. Nope. The goddamn tree, bro. Like, damn, when can I swing at her, bro? Just like that. One hit, I'm going out the shell. Let's go. Yep, give my shell back. Like, I'm out of the shell again, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna take my time. All right, I gotta figure out where her fucking. Oh my god. Oh my god, died from the bees, bro. She not even hard, bro. I could have won that. I literally could have won that, bro. I literally died from the fucking bees. So pretty much I just gotta get through the first phase. That's all I gotta do. Get through the first phase and then the second phase is easy, bro. I don't need no damn smirk. Goddamn smirk, bro. Like, it's just, I can never attack. Like, it's, I can never fucking attack, bro. Never. Of course. Bitch. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Easy work. It ain't over until the fat lady sings. She got fucking cooked. What was that, third try? Let's go. Third try. Nice work. Nice work. How do you get special points, bro? Cause like I done beat 2 bosses and I still haven't got no special point. Or skill point. That's a special point. Like how do I get skill points, bro? Yeah. Clean that corruption.
Come forth. Yes, you know your purpose. Bring the over back to me. I'm glad the lady shall not trouble us anymore. Well done, Harbinger.
No problem. It's just harbinger things, you know, slight work. That's what happened when you the shit.
Harbinger. Oh my. You have recovered so many more than was foretold.
Why are you whispering?
I have prayed often for such a day, but, well, I never doubted you, of course. It's as if I can feel the Blessed Mother's presence, her joy, perhaps?
Bro, act like I wasn't supposed to be able to do that.
Find it to please her, are you?
Yeah, let's strengthen that weapon. Sometimes I be feeling like we just not doing enough damage.
Welcome back.
And I like to do damage. Materials. Oh, so I could buy this. Oh, so I could have used that for. Okay.
Thanks for the patronage.
There we go. See everybody. Y'all go talk to her.
Harbinger.
Yeah. Why what? I'll be back real quick. My bad. I was just having a whole conversation. Let's get back to it. What was I supposed to be doing? I still can't do nothing over there. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be taking that over here, but I already did that, so. I haven't wanted to go see this lady in a while.
Is that my beloved Teal? On guard.
Okay, I fucked that up.
Well done.
So this is what we already knew.
Is there still some fight left in him? There must be.
Okay, so I'm guessing that's about Teal.
It's really you, the Harbinger.
Yes, it is I, the Harbinger. All right, let's keep on going. I don't think there's nothing else left for us to do here. Yeah, cause we already did that. Maybe we talk to him.
I know you will succeed where we fail.
Okay. I feel like it's gonna be a twist at the end of this game where we actually gonna be doing more bad than we are doing good. Hold on. This is new. Oh yeah, this is definitely new. So there's a whole new world, pretty much. Now that we defeated that boss. I feel like it's more to the first area though that I didn't explore. But we might go back eventually. Let's explore this a little bit though. So put us this way. So we'll walk this way first. So that broke my shield just like that. All right. So it's literally like a couple hits and my shell is gone. Okay, so 2 hits and I'm dead, bro. Maybe I ain't ready for this area. Maybe. maybe. Maybe I'm not. All right. The outskirts. Jeez, bro. I was like, you gotta parry now. Oh, I could have put them in a trap. Probably would have been a good course of action. Common moonshine. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right.
Face me.
Oh. Uh. Got his ass. I gambled with that too, cause I could have missed that time. Oh, that's a what you call it? A dungeon. Yeah, we ain't gonna go there yet, cause I don't think it's meant for us to go there yet. I was blocking. What the hell? No, I can't even follow up because, like, where did all y'all come from? Like, what? Where did all these motherfuckers come from? It was literally only 3 enemies over there, and then it was like fucking 8. Like, look, where the fuck did everybody else come from? God, bro. One fucking swing, bro. Like, it's literally a single swing will take me out my glory. Oh, so I could have went that way too. Like what, bro? All right. I don't think I'm supposed to be over here yet, bro. I don't. I do not think that I'm supposed to be over here. Because I'm getting cooked in fucking 2 fucking hits and I'm done. All right, we'll do a little bit more exploring because oh, so that just takes me to there.
Praise be, Harbinger.
Praise Metha.
Because I know it's definitely some stuff over here that I have not explored yet. I don't even know if I did this or not.
Wandering twat. You are gonna like this.
What? Oh yeah, I never did this. This is cool though. Like, this is unique. I need a chest key. So it was nothing.
Lucky here.
See what we got up in here. So that was it. Okay. Thought it would be more, but good to know, I guess. All right, let's see if I went in this one because I'm not sure about this neither. So a fucking rock fell on my goddamn head, bro. Mm-mm. The Harbinger. Mm-mm. 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 I'm about to say, so where the hell am I supposed to go? So it's just a map. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I knew that shit was about to happen. Nah, I don't want to go there yet. I'll wait until I explore everything over here. Oh, so that's just that way. I'm thinking there's about to be something worth going to. I guess we could do this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go heal up first. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Let me go ahead and level up. Stone. And how I get more. So I'm hoping if I kill somebody, I get more life. That's what I think this means. Mm. So I could just take it slow and steady. Sheesh. Yes, sir. So I got new axe. New. All right, let me see this thing. Uh, looks tough. Let's hope that we don't gotta fight these people again. It's still some other stuff over here we gotta do. Cause there's that one in that well. And then we got it's not that way. It's that way. Mm. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna end the stream right there. I need to start editing.